Hello, this is Olga Jevtich. I'm fashion consultant, Miss Virginia, Senior America 2003. This is Fashion Notes. Welcome. In the previous shows, we had discussed the fashion trends, so I'm going to continue more so you can have complete look how to update your wardrobe. Let's talk about handbag trends. Purses have been around for centuries. They came as a prime accessory in the century ago and to this day. Clutches, remember we did talk about clutches with one of our guest designers. They're still very in. I think we are all tired of big bags and chiropractic bills. Clutches are always elegant evening essentials, but now they are wearable for day. And also they hold more stuff in the classic line, and you can wear them in the daytime. And they come in different colors and quality fabric. Nothing gives you more stylish plush than patterns and metallic finish. Choose soft brush metallic in deep bronze or beautiful gray silver. Whatever you choose, stay away from much hardware or decoration. Choose also bright colors like red, extremely gorgeous. Traditional color for winters are brown, blacks are fine. But try to change, for example, to candy pink, purple, blue, and green to brighten up the gloomy season. Also, do not forget winter white, year-round elegance. It looks beautiful in the readiest of days. Don't forget the reptile, crack, and boss pieces, prints, polished patterns, or metallics. Designers were showcasing rich texture, classic tailoring, and emphasis on the waist. Rich colors, plum and deep purple, are the color of the season. Also camel, olive, of course. Gray and black always remain. But white, cream, and metallics are fresh and popular for wardrobe basic and can carry you through spring. Details. Feminine detailing makes appearance with ruffled shirts, lace, belted waist, wide leg pants, and jackets. Dress shapes are easy on the figure to enhance the curves. Silky ruffles and longer hemlines created romantic silhouette. Statement pieces like funky jewelry, hats, colored tights, daring handbags, while colors and shape will serve you well this season. Long cuff bracelets or a pile matching bangles add structure to the silhouette. Cocktail rings continue to be in. Don't forget your chandelier earrings, beautiful necklaces for a fine finishing touch. I think you will find this useful and interesting information when you go shopping. Now is the time to go shopping. Happy shopping! Now you are going to love our guest. He is so talented. And you see we are surrounded with most beautiful hats around us. And we are going to have models to show. I would like, first of all, to welcome my guest, Walt Bennett. He's here sitting on my left. Thank you, Walt, for coming. He was very patient today to wait till we started. And also we have, as I said, models. Thank you for coming. Actually, Walt is an artist, wood maker, and he's going to explain later on his technique, how he does making beautiful balls. And his wife, Adrienne Bennett, is an artist hat designer, which I met her on one of the craft show. I was so impressed with her work and invited her. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to be with us today. She's a skill teacher and she's in school, and I hope she would like to see how we presented her hats. Welcome, Walt, to the show, and I'm really so impressed with her. First of all, let's see our models to see her beautiful hats, and then we'll chat about his work. This is a beautiful turquoise with a beautiful trim. she not only make, hat, she does it from the scratch. She buys the straw, stretch it, cut it, form it on the block that Walt make it. As you can see, the block is, this is the block that nobody really makes these blocks anymore, but the hats are absolutely stunning. You have to have one, absolutely. Thank you. This is a turquoise, very stunning. And of course, this black one is so dramatic with the flowers and bows, and I'm sure both of them feel so glamorous in these pretty, pretty hats. Thank you so much, Julie, and it's absolutely lovely. This is very, very, very rare that you can see, that somebody, look at this one. It's orange with the yellow and beautiful flowers that you can go to any polo match on, or, horse races around here and be noticed. I'm sure everybody will notice this beautiful, beautiful hat. And it's a stunning color that can go with absolutely any outfit you choose. She's wearing a black, and of course, it goes beautifully with the black. And another one is coming in the burgundy. This is a wool felt, I imagine, with a beautiful black boa. And this is a very beautiful color that can go really with just about any outfit you are wearing. Lovely, lovely color. I just talking to Walt that Adrian, his wife, buy, for example, this is an unfinished hat, what I'm showing you right now, which was stretched. This was a piece of felt that she buy felt, wool felt, or straw or any other material, and she stretched on the block. This is the block. Not probably very many of you saw anything like that before. I haven't, because you need a block to form the material, straw or felt. For example, this is a felt, but this is unfinished. But what she did, that was just a flat piece of felt that is stretched. She wets this felt and stretch on the block and get the form of the block. And Walt did this from the piece of wood. Can you imagine? He made this beautiful. Did you have any model to do it, or you just figure out how to do it?
No, they're done pretty much free-form. This one was done on a special device called an oval turning chuck that I use on my wood.
And what kind of wood is this?
This is poplar. It has to be a somewhat soft wood because
wood.
Has to, when she presses steams the felt or straw and places it over the block, she has to pin it to keep it in position
place.
while it dries.
While it dries.
And of course, if it was a real hard wood, the pins wouldn't go in very well.
And how long does it dry usually?
Overnight.
Overnight.
Usually, yes. Sometimes she'll put them. She uses our basement as her studio.
Oh, great!
So she can place them out. And if it's a nice day, put them out in the sun.
On the sun. I see. And do you make different blocks for different?
Yes.
Then they don't know the head. Yeah, usually it's little.
I make them in different sizes. She asks me to make them in different sizes. Basically, the average American lady's head size is measured all the way around is like 22 and a half inches.
Oh, I did not know that.
So a European is about 22 even.
So they have a smaller head?
Slightly, very slightly. But I don't know if that's hair or what. But anyway, the blocks that I've made have ranged from 18 to one I made was 26, which was for a lady that had
larger head,
had braids as well. So the hat sizes themselves, of course, everybody's head size is different. I never knew it until my wife got into this, but almost all ladies' hats that are sold in the U.S. in larger stores are made in
one size fits all.
Possibly two, but that's it. Not like men's hats.
I know they come in like a seven and a half, something like that.
I never realized everyone's head is slightly different size, which is was kind of dumbfounding to me. But that's one of the reasons why millinery itself, what my wife likes to do, is somewhat coming back. There's not a tremendous number of them, but there are several milliners up and down the mid-Atlantic area.
Because this is actually lost art, and not very many people can do it from scratch. What they do, they buy from most of the people, they buy ready-made, and they just put decoration,
right.
the trimming on it. But to do with scratch, I'm mostly impressed, and I think this is absolutely fantastic thing to learn. Because I remember going with my mother to the milliner, and she would go like 2 times for fitting, and then she will get the finished product. Which I don't think people do this anymore. That's why I was so impressed with Adrian's work, that she showed me that she does all this by from scratch, and she has a beautiful brochure with I don't know if you can see it, with the beautiful heads that she. And also we are going to talk about his art, but this is an art in combination, because he makes her blocks and she makes the hat. So this is the wonderful thing. Otherwise, she probably wouldn't be able to make the hats, unless she has the block.
Well, one of the key things that I've learned about this also from her is that no matter what a price may be for a hat, the big key, whether it's a true milliner grade hat, is if you find any glue on it. If anything's been glued on, that is not a milliner grade. Adrian uses no glues whatsoever. Everything's either sewn, pinned, tack sewn, that's all.
I see. Well, yeah, whatever, so everything is glue on it. Yeah, that's right. So this is like a no-no.
That's right. The idea, going way back centuries ago, the concept of making hats was that when a lady bought a hat, she could update the trims or change the trims on the hat to match the different.
But that's right. If you have glue, you damage the hat. The glue is there forever. You cannot get rid of it. And not only that she used the felt to put on the stretch block, she uses this is unfinished hat.
This
which was also stretched on the block, but it's not finished.
This is not. It hasn't been stretched yet.
It hasn't been.
It has been dyed. This was a natural straw.
Oh, she dyed too.
Natural straw blank that she hand dyed, and she selected, because of the color combination. She set it down in her shop, and she selected from the different trims that she had. This is the ribbon she wants to use with it. And the
yes, it's coordinating colors and beautifully done. Where does she look for the trims? Is there any special places that you can order?
It's really interesting. She's found trims everywhere from Michael's to online. There's several silk flower manufacturers she can purchase them from. She's gotten some vintage ones from.
Yeah, they look like a vintage. This one, they look like a little vintage, and this is a beautiful one. You can just pin it on your sweater and jacket. It will look absolutely beautiful.
That's how she'll put it on the hat too. Just
I know. It has a pin, so if you want to change your trim, you can put perhaps something different
now
on
that
it.
she's selected the trims for it, what she'll do then is to take this, and this has stiffener in it, but she'll open it up, wet it.
Wet it, and then put it on the block. On the block.
Okay, this is a crown block. Push it down on the block, pin it in place until it dries, and then she'll take, after the crown part is done, she'll take a brim block, which is the.
Oh, this is a brim.
And this particular one is another one I made. She calls them dump blocks. I don't know why. The hat on this would go inside, upside down, and then she formed the brim on this. This would be a turned up brim.
And you made it, of course, you made the blocks. You can just see the beautiful piece of wood, which is so smooth. I don't know how. And that was just ordinary piece of wood when you started?
This was kiln dried poplar, that's all.
Dried poplar. And you just buy it in hardware store?
Actually, I get it from. I get the poplar from it's a furniture type wood supply company in Manassas. But they sell it in large board lengths, and then I saw pieces up glue them together. This is not made.
Oh, so this is made from several pieces, and you glue,
pieces.
yeah, because it's round, it will be probably difficult to do
The
it.
bowls I make are all from one piece of wood. They're single,
Okay.
such as this one.
This bowl, wow,
That's a solid
this
piece
is
of
so absolutely hard to imagine that was just a piece of ordinary wood. And how do you make so shiny? Did you put some kind of box, to...
Well, I sand it all the way to, it's a 1500 grit. It's very, very fine, almost like emery cloth.
Yeah, the grain, you can see the beautiful, beautiful grain. Look, this is the beauty of wood, of course. And every piece is signed and number, is it?
Absolutely, yes.
Yes, the number. So when you buy one of his balls, this is okay for the fruit. You think,
Yes, I like to do what I call decor pieces.
Decor pieces.
They're not salad bowls, but
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
same
of
time,
course.
they're not museum quality kinds of things. I prefer people to use what I make.
To you, of course, not just to be pretty on the table, but it's absolutely beautiful. And they could be deeper or and you make them in different sizes.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I do.
And also you can do like a special order if somebody would like to say, I would like to have a this size or that size.
My wife and I share a website. It's www.abhats.com. HATS.com.
Yes, okay.
And I list all the shows. We do a lot of art and craft shows, vended them.
Do you do them together?
Yes,
together?
we do. Yeah.
I think it's great. I think it complement each other, which is wonderful, and especially the hats. Now I think people start wearing a little bit more than not before. They used to wear them just to church.
My wife came up with. She went to a class, and I'm going to show this particular straw. She went to a class in California where she learned. Just want to cooperate with me. Learned a technique that is somewhat time-consuming, but because ladies' hair, of course, sometimes you let your hair grow out a little more,
Right.
sometimes not. She learned how to do this little trick of sewing in a band that is adjustable.
To tighten if it's too loose.
Right, so it can be tightened down or loosened up a little bit, about a half inch or a little more in
this
diameter.
is lovely.
So
This
she's
is lovely.
made
I have
quite
to
a
try this.
Now that can be worn, what she says is the tag
You
is
like
in
it?
one place, but it can be worn any which way you want. You can rotate it around any way you want.
I don't know, it probably is not practical for driving, but it's still very pretty. I like it. It's very, very beautiful. Thank you. I'm going to put my hat back.
She does, Adrienne also makes she does everything from, as you see, there's a cowgirl sort of hat, through more classic, cloches and.
Yeah, cloche, like from the 30s.
Right.
And also what I was most impressed with is the piece of straw. Show the piece of straw, please.
This is cineme. It's this is actually a piece of wool. It's not really
Wool.
a high quality felt. She does prefer using velour.
Velour.
Which is is a relatively high.
Yes, I know. Velour is very, very
This is-
soft and beautiful.
Right.
Feels
This is
wonderful.
a sisal straw. She has a seagrass back in the corner. There's a seagrass hat.
Seagrass. And this is what?
This is cineme. This is a banana fiber.
Banana fiber.
That is.
Does it come like a stiff like that?
Yes,
Or-
this is the way it comes.
Oh, this is the
It's
way
like
it comes.
Cloth. It comes as.
So you buy it on the by the yard?
By the yard. Whereas the straw blanks come pretty much. Now this one's got stiffener on it again.
So
It's pretty much like this, somewhat formed, but not into a hat yet. The cineme, and from this, going onto a block and then making it into a hat is relatively straightforward. With
But
the
see, this is a
cineme,
finish, for example. The edges are finished here.
Not really. They are. It has to have.
Do they
close
come
to
like
the
that?
weave. This is the way it is. But you see, it's not a perfect finish. She still has to finish the edge.
I
so that it
see.
won't come down.
But does this come like a flat?
No. It
Oh,
comes,
no. It comes like that.
A little like this. A little like the felt.
I see. But I'm very impressed,
This though.
with this because I don't know if the camera can see one on display. Can you turn around one hat that was finished?
Oh, yes. This is very good. Cineme hats from the same
Okay.
fiber.
I think this is very impressive. This
Now,
hat.
what she has to do to make something like this is to take this cloth, essentially.
Yeah, right.
Cut it in pieces, and then shape it, mold it on a block to form, you can see it does have a stiffener in it now.
Yes, it does.
To form the different shapes, and she has to sew the rim
Oh,
to
the
crown.
rim.
Just take a look
Yeah, yeah.
underneath, you can see where she's done that.
Yes, it's a beautifully finished hat,
quite,
beautifully finished and
quite intense.
impressive, very impressive. But when I saw this piece of, straw, I said, wow, this is a really art how to put this together because, it's a stiff and I'm sure it's not easy to work with. And she really is quite a bit of artist, and I don't know how she has time to do because she is very much involved in Fairfax School District, and also she has time to do it. And luckily, her husband is a handy who makes her blocks. And when he gets tired of making blocks, he makes beautiful balls, and you can see his balls are absolutely magnificently done. I like it very much.
Really,
and they can, you can see this is something handmade, that it's not really bought in the store.
The really great part I've found personally is that if I keep her in blocks, then I get to have all the tools I want.
Oh, I
Yes,
see. That's good. I think it's a good deal.
It works well.
You complement each other really. She said, well, I need a block, and you do your own. How long does it take you to finish, for example, the ball? How many
Really,
hours do you? I'm sure
to make a ball,
you are not doing it all at once, but about.
It varies mostly. The big driver, there's two big drivers. Mainly it's the size, the physical size, and then the type of wood. This particular wood was because of, you can see all this texture and curl.
Texture, yeah, the grain of the
here,
wood,
the
it's
grain.
beautiful.
That took me longer to sand out even after I turned it. When one turns wood, it's spinning very at a high RPM, and you have very sharp tools that you.
But you have to be very careful not to damage the edges if you are doing like that.
Yes, but even the problem is that where the straight grain part will cut very nicely, this part in here would not. I have a little tear out, it's called, where it's very rough, so you have to sand that through all the way. That's what takes more time.
So you started first with like a rough some tools.
This was just a block of wood,
Block of wood.
big piece of wood.
And this is from one piece.
That's from one piece.
One piece of wood. This is so impressive. One piece of wood. And then did you know it's going to come like that? Or when you carve it, then, it just kind of...
Well, actually, with this particular piece, you can see this is called a branch inclusion. It's where a branch was that got grown over inside the tree. And on the bottom, it's right here. And that pretty much it was much larger out here, and it was larger out here, the inside of the piece of wood when I started. That branch inclusion is what drove the form it is in now, because I had to turn away most of the really dead wood.
But it's so beautiful, it's so, even, and it's so hard to imagine that was just a block of wood that he molded to be such a beautiful piece of art. Because it's so many hours of, work. It's just...
This piece probably took about, I would say about a week to make, mostly because of the difficulty finishing this area.
Because it's not totally, even. I mean, straight. It's curves, like it curves. So this and everywhere is absolutely the same. So I just am so impressed, with your work. That is absolutely unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable, and I'm really so thankful that you came today. And I'm sure, that Adrienne will be happy that we presented her hats in a nice manner with the models. And she's going to keep making even more, and, get probably some new idea. I'm sure, she started with something plain, and then, as she was going, she expanded her talent in different, area. And now they are extremely, extremely, decorative and beautiful, and you cannot find them probably anywhere else. And I would love, Walt, to thank you very much for coming today and sharing the art of his wife and his art also to you viewers, so you can see how talented our neighbors are. He's usually go to craft show and show their beautiful things, and I'm sure they have planned something new. What are you going to do next?
Well, we're done for this year.
I mean, as a work, what would you like to do?
I've got several demonstrations lined up for the oval turning, the way I make the hat blocks. Again, heads are not round; they're oval, and that's why, as you can see, this is not a round block. It's got an oval shape to it.
And this is little holes here that you have. Is this for pinning? Or?
This is for a spinner. It's called. It's like the foot.
So what does it do?
It's just it's a base with a dowel that sticks.
Well, we are running out of time. This is Olga Jevtich reporting for Fashion Notes, and he was an absolutely delightful guest, and I would like to thank Adrian for sending us beautiful, beautiful hats. You know how much I like hats. I wear them all the time. And until next time, tune in for another excellent artist and designer from our area. And as always said, we have so many interesting and talented people in our area. Thank you so much.